Today we're going to be going over a ton of leaked content coming to Modern Warfare Zombies, ranging from things we'll see next season to stuff we might not see for a long time, and includes a ton of game-changing features which will make this mode even better than it already is. As we get into things, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, especially with what you want to see them add in the future. So firstly, let's talk about new bosses. We don't have long to wait until we get a new Warlord inside of Modern Warfare Zombies with the Season 1 Reloaded update, as we're going to be getting a Warlord called Dockerby. How this is going to work in comparison to Legacy, we're not quite sure yet, but there are quite a few other bosses and warlords still to come. And perhaps the strangest one of all that might not even be a thing in Modern Warfare Zombies is that at the start of the year, Twitter user called @TheOfficeCod uploaded a video showcasing an Extinction alien Gargoyle Boss found within the files of the game and can be fully loaded in. It's textured and has working animations that can be applied to any operator animation. This obviously looks extremely weird on video, and a lot of you might think this is fake, but this is not a fake video. This is 100% real, and it really does exist within the files of the game. For some reason, the Extinction Gargoyle model directly from Call of Duty Ghosts is in the files of Modern Warfare 3, which begs the question of why it exists within the files and what is its purpose. Is it going to be an operator skin? Well, clearly not, because that just looks absolutely bizarre. But the more likely thing is that this could potentially be some sort of future enemy that we see inside of Modern Warfare Zombies, be it a new elite boss type that we discover in the world that's just really strange to see, as is not technically a Dark Ether Zombies enemy seen before. Or more excitingly, this could end up being some sort of mini boss fight or some other type of in-game encounter where you'll fight this thing. This could also just end up never being used in the game and it's just there for some reason, but apparently it's the only Extinction related model to exist within the game, and it's fully rigged so it can actually have animations applied on the model. As bizarre as this could be, I'm all for it because I'd love to see more Extinction stuff within Call of Duty. But let's now talk about bosses which are 100% coming to the game at some point, and these are new warlords. We already have Dockerby, which is coming in the middle of January, but we have at least 5 other warlord bosses which are planned to come to the game at some point, where some players have already found keycards for some of these bosses within the game already. So the other bosses still to come are the Chemist, Enquiries, the Rainmaker, Maestro, and All for One. That last one in particular is very interesting because that is a My Hero Academia character. Could there be some sort of crossover with My Hero in Call of Duty at some point this year? Who knows? But as you can see, here's an image of the keycard for the Rainmaker boss, confirming that we are definitely going to see that one in game. And another Reddit user during November found another keycard for the Warlord Enquiries. So I assume the two that we'll see the soonest will be Enquiries and the Rainmaker. But according to MW3 Intel on Twitter, there's even more bosses that we haven't seen yet, such as the Juggernaut, the Hammernaut, the MD, Phalanx, Rush Hour, and Shadow. And they specifically say that the bosses All for One, Maestro, Rainmaker, and the Chemist are all classified as human fortresses. Likely these bosses will each have their own fortress location, similar to what we see for Legacy, but just in a different location, or certain buildings could be completely repurposed to then house these new human fortresses. Only time will tell. Now, a massive feature that will be coming to the game at some point is a wallet system. Hey, I'm Alex over on Twitter, discovered a menu which was labeled as the Outbreak wallet, and this game mode is internally called Outbreak, and it looks like this is going to work very similar to what DMZ had later in its season, where it added a wallet system where you can extract points that you earn in the game into this wallet, which is in the menus, and then you can choose how much to bring in. There is currently no exact ideas on how much the max limit will be for this wallet, or exactly how many points you can take from the wallet to have on you the moment you start up the game. And to me, this makes perfect sense because currently you could exfil with hundreds of thousands of points and you'll lose it as soon as you exfil. The way the wallet system worked with DMZ is that you had a set amount that you could have in it, and if you wanted to upgrade it to have even more cash, then you had to go and do objectives within a game which gave you persistent upgrades towards getting the max limit. And we could see something similar in Modern Warfare Zombies. Although with the amount of people using the tombstone glitch with hundreds of thousands of points in their tombstone, by complete accident, that also works just like the wallet. So until that is fixed, I don't know how useful the wallet will be, but I know for people that are playing legitimately and don't want to do a tombstone glitch, then I think this is going to be really good. We just have no idea when it's coming. Another really awesome feature coming to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies at some point is the Exfil Streak System that was in DMZ. The way the Exfil Streaks work is that every time you exfil, you're going to add 1 to your streak, and if you continuously exfil successfully thereafter, each time you go up a streak number, you're going to be given some sort of reward. But here is all 10 rewards, with the first Exfil Streak giving you 500 points on spawn, then the next one will give give you 5 armor plates. Then the next one you'll spawn with 1,000 points. Then you'll spawn with 30% off the perk machine costs. Then the next will start you with 1,500 points. The next will increase your contract payout. The next will start you with 2,500 points. The next will give you 50% off the mystery box cost. The ninth will start you with 5,000 points. And the final one will give you 20% off Pack-a-Punch cost. And as long as you don't break that streak, you will forever have all of the streak rewards that you see on screen. Now, it's likely that this will work exactly like DMZ, where you'll have to complete at least one contract before exfilling for the streak to count. You can't just jump into a game and immediately run to an exfil and have that count. You have to do something in the game for it to be meaningful to count for that streak. But as long as you keep this streak going and never die within the mode, you will always spawn in with all of these benefits, which is going to be incredible. But again, we just don't know when this is going to be coming to the game. Let's now move on to gameplay features, because there is going to be quite a few new field upgrades and new perks and alternate ammo types that are going to be coming to the game at some point. The only field upgrade currently missing from the original that we saw in Cold War is Ring of Fire. And from what Kevin Drew hinted to me when I visited Treyarch in October, there's a chance that that might be coming later down the line, although it's not a guarantee. There also exists or existed at one point a brand new alternate ammo type that we've never seen before in the game called Shadow Vortex. There is a chance that this has now been cut from the game, but by the sounds of it, it sounds like there's a chance that it could spawn a mini Gersh device of sorts that would just suck up zombies, which sounds like a really overpowered alternate ammo type, but one that I would love to see because we've had essentially the same ones for a really long time now. As for perks, it's likely that we're going to be getting at least one new perk throughout the lifetime of Modern Warfare Zombies. It's leaked within the game files that we'll be seeing Mule Kick officially appear at some point. The in-game description for it simply says to carry 3 primary weapons, so I guess only time will tell to see if we see it, but there is one square missing on the Wonderfizz machine for a perk icon, so it makes sense for Mule Kick to fit there. Now, I have no idea if we're going to see any other perks. I would love to, and for some weird reason, Walmart had their own Modern Warfare 3 Collector's Edition, which came with a patch for Widow's Wine, so I don't know if that's any indication that that perk is coming to the game. I don't really think it is, but for some reason, the marketing involved Widow's Wine, so there is a slim chance that it could come to the game, or it was just a weird mistake for them to include a patch for a perk that isn't going to be in the game. Now, interestingly, there's also 2 new power-ups which have been found that will come to Modern Warfare Zombies at some point from Hey, I'm Alex, and these are called Undead Sight and Looting Spree. Undead Sight sounds a heck of a lot like Zombie Blood, which is really cool, and to think about it, we've not yet seen Zombie Blood return in the Dark Ether version of Zombies, so that would be really cool to see it return. Now, when it comes to Looting Spree, I'd imagine that it would just allow you to buy stuff cheap for a short amount of time, like a fire sale, or even like a much nerfed version of Shopping Free, where instead of it being free, everything is heavily reduced, just like a bonfire sale. Now, in the future, Modern Warfare Zombies might get the biggest piece of DLC we've seen yet, and that is a full-fledged new map. We've already got a small one with the Dark Ether in Season 1, but there are rumors that along with the reintroduction of Rebirth Island in Warzone, there is a chance that this will also be available to play in Modern Warfare Zombies. At this moment in time, it's completely hypothetical, but with DMZ, when Warzone got new content, it was also supported in DMZ, so hopefully the same thing happens here for Modern Warfare Zombies. Now, it sounds like there is going to be a ton of activities and contracts added to Modern Warfare Zombies over the seasons, with activities such as one called Summon, where you got to collect zombie souls into Dark Ether amplifiers, which then pull a Dark Ether alpha that you have to kill. Could maybe explain why we've seen the Gargoyle in the files, or it could pull out someone entirely different that we've not seen yet, like a Megaton, just as an example. Another is Helicopter Drop, where just like an Outbreak, there will be a large helicopter flying in the sky that if you take it down, it will drop valuable cargo that will be somewhere on the map. And according to Hey, I'm Alex, there is going to be a new activity called Civilian Rescue, where civilians will be in areas alongside soldiers and scientists, where you'll have to safely take out all the soldiers and then evacuate the civilians. This gives me some Exo Zombies Burger Town vibes, and I'm not sure if I'm happy about the sound of it. Another is called Refractors, where you'll need to protect ether refractors from zombie damage, and zombies will spawn in from different directions, very much like we saw with Outbreak and Cold War with the rockets that spawned in. A really interesting named one is Wave Survival, which will simply involve waves of zombies, and I don't know if this is Treyarch's answer to round-based zombies in Modern Warfare, but it could be similar to what we saw with Vanguard, where you'll just have to survive waves upon waves in a certain area. That will be somewhat like round-based, but obviously not quite the same. And similarly to civilians, there is another one with hostages, where mercenaries are going to be holding scientists hostage, and at one point they will start killing them, which will mean you need to try and save at least one of these scientists scientists. If they tie some really cool narrative backstory as to who these scientists are and what exactly they're doing and what they're trying to figure out, I think that would be really cool. Apparently, the holdout objective from the original Outbreak will be in the game, where you have to survive based on a timer in a small area, a lot like an Outlast, but you don't have any escape. You're just contained within a building, but there's a chance that that could be cut. A defend turret objective, where you simply need to defend a turret from zombies while it powers up, and a helicopter convoy objective. As far as schematics, we have quite a lot in the game now, and I don't think there's anything that we're really missing on being able to craft, but in Season 2, apparently, it's been leaked that we'll be able to craft the Blood Burner Bike, so we can instantly spawn it in and immediately have one of the best vehicles we've ever seen in zombies, which I think is really cool. And as far as equipment goes, we've got the Ether Blade in Season 1, but apparently there is also an Ether counter equipment. We have no idea what it is, what it does, or when it's coming, but apparently it exists within the game's files. With each new season, it's guaranteed that we're going to be getting at least one main cutscene, which is going to be of an incredible quality that's going to carry the story on. And for each cutscene, we're obviously going to need to complete a mission. So we'll at least get one story mission every season, but I think we're definitely going to be seeing more full act missions coming in the future. A full Act 4 is likely to come in Season 2, if not Season 2.5, and I definitely see that we will get an Act 5 at some point as well. Even with all the leaks we've discussed in this video, there is still so much potential for more to be added in the mode, so I'd love to know what you would like to see Treyarch add in the future. I personally want to see like 2 more acts added to the game, but they be really hard and grindy, so it takes a while for us to complete. And I want new boss fights that are not worms. I just want something new and exciting and difficult. To make sure you don't miss out on any updates to Modern Warfare Zombies in the future, you need to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on the bell.